Are you or someone you know living in Kentucky and need help providing nutritious foods for your family? Understanding and applying for WIC can absolutely make all the difference. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to break down the exact steps to navigate the Kentucky WIC program so you can confidently secure the benefits your family deserves. Navigating government programs can sometimes feel a little overwhelming, especially when you're already juggling the incredible demands of a growing family. But hey, we're going to walk through this journey together from start to finish. By the end of our time together, you'll have a crystal clear step-by-step understanding of exactly how to get these essential, healthy foods on your family's table without all the usual stress.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover WIC basics and eligibility, preparing your application, the step-by-step process, your first WIC appointment, and finally, maximizing your benefits. Let's just dive right in.
Okay, starting with Part 1, WIC basics and eligibility. Who actually qualifies in Kentucky? It's vital to know that the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, better known as WIC, is designed as a short-term intervention. It's there to support families during those absolutely critical stages of growth and development. It provides nutrition counseling, breastfeeding support, and monthly food prescriptions. And honestly, it is fascinating to note that the very first WIC clinic in the entire nation opened right here in Kentucky back in January 1974. For decades now, it's been a cornerstone of public health, proven to improve birth outcomes and cognitive development in kids. To qualify, you've got to be a Kentucky resident going through one of these specific physiological stages. We're talking about pregnant women, postpartum women up to 6 months after delivery, breastfeeding mothers up until their infant's first birthday, infants and children up to their 5th birthday. If you or someone in your household fits into one of these categories, boom, you've passed the very first test.
Now, let's talk about the financial aspect, which, frankly, is where a massive misconception lies. WIC is not just for those with zero income. The income limit is actually 185% of the federal poverty level. That means many working families absolutely qualify. Just to put that into perspective, depending on the year's specific federal guidelines, a family of 4 making over $47,000 a year can often still be perfectly eligible for WIC benefits.
But wait, it gets even better. Kentucky offers what's known as adjunctive or automatic eligibility. Basically, if you or a household member already receive SNAP benefits, Medicaid, or K-TAPE, which is the Kentucky Transitional Assistance Program, you automatically meet the financial requirements for WIC. You get to completely skip that manual income calculation step. Talk about a real time saver. Moving right along to Section 2, preparing your application, and more specifically, gathering the right documents. Listen, preparation is absolutely crucial here. Having the right paperwork before you ever set foot in a clinic eliminates so much stress and prevents you from having to reschedule. You'll need to compile physical documentation verifying a few key things. First up, proof of identity like a current driver's license or passport. Second, proof of Kentucky residency, such as a recent utility bill or lease. And just a heads up, P.O. boxes don't cut it. It has to be a physical address. Third, proof of income, which means 30 days of consecutive pay stubs, or your SNAP or Medicaid award letter if you have that automatic eligibility we just talked about. And finally, if you're applying for a child, you've got to bring their official immunization records. Don't forget these, or your appointment will have to be canceled.
Now, if you've literally just had a baby, gathering paperwork is probably the absolute last thing on your mind, right? Well, the program knows that. So here's an incredibly helpful exception for new parents. If you haven't received your baby's birth certificate yet, a simple hospital crib card or their hospital-issued identification bracelet works perfectly as proof of identity for the newborn. They really try to make it accessible during those hectic first few weeks.
All right, Section 3, the step-by-step application process. Let's get you from the screen to the clinic.
The application process in Kentucky is decentralized. That means it's handled by your local county health department rather than one giant state office. So here is your game plan. First, you can use the USDA's online WIC pre-screening tool just to quickly verify you're likely eligible. Second, locate your specific county health department. Third, and this is the big one, you must pick up the phone and call them to schedule an in-person or virtual certification appointment. Now, I want to highlight a really common trip up here. When you apply for Medicaid online through the Connect portal, you might see a box asking if you want a WIC referral. Checking yes to that referral does not actually submit a WIC application. You still have to actively call your local health department. Also, a quick note, if you face language barriers, just let them know when you call. Health departments provide interpreters. If transportation is tough, ask if they offer any virtual or remote appointment options.
Section 4, your first WIC appointment. Let's completely demystify what happens when you actually get to the clinic.
Walking into a government office can feel intimidating, for sure. But there are no surprises here, just a highly structured path to get your family set up. Upon arrival, you present those documents we gathered earlier. Then, Phase 1 is a health screening to determine nutritional risk. I know that term sounds scary, but it simply involves basic biometric measurements, just height, weight, and a quick iron check or hemoglobin test. Phase 2 is a nutrition assessment, which is really just a friendly chat with a dietitian or nurse about your family's dietary needs. You'll get customized education based on your child's developmental stage. Finally, you depart with your active WIC card, ready to hit the grocery store.
Want a massive time saver? Here is a pro tip. If you bring signed, height, weight, and hemoglobin records from your private pediatrician or obstetrician, and they're dated within the last 30 to 60 days, you can speed right through that health screening phase. The WIC clinic will just accept your doctor's numbers, saving you and your little ones from having to be measured and poked all over again.
And finally, Section 5, maximizing your benefits. It's time to talk about using that WIC card efficiently. So WIC doesn't just give you a cash balance. It provides a prescription for specific healthy foods based on your family's exact needs. We've all known that feeling of standing in the grocery aisles sweating over whether we grab the exact right brand of cereal or the right size of juice. Well, using the free WIC Shopper app on your smartphone is a total lifesaver. It helps you easily scan barcodes right there at the fridge or shelf to guarantee the foods you choose are approved before you ever reach the register. Trust me, this eliminates so many awkward moments in the checkout line.
Beyond just groceries, you really want to maximize the whole shebang. Register your card on the app so you always know your real-time balance. Pay super close attention to your benefit periods, because WIC benefits do not roll over from month to month. It's very much a use 'em or lose 'em situation. Lean on the free classes and the breastfeeding peer counselors. And you've definitely got to look into the Kentucky Double Dollars program, which allows you to stretch your benefits to get even more fresh, local produce at participating farmers markets across the state.
Now, just a quick reminder, this explainer provides general information about the WIC application process in Kentucky, but is not official advice. For personalized guidance, please contact your local WIC office or visit the official WIC website.
So what does this all mean for you? Armed with this step-by-step knowledge, you now have the absolute power to confidently navigate the WIC application and secure the nutrition your growing family needs. Are you ready to take the first step towards healthier meals for your family today? Pick up the phone and get that first appointment scheduled. After all, what incredible things could your child achieve tomorrow when they are given the perfect nutritional foundation today?